What's up? We're gonna start at 10, but I'm just gonna ease my way into this. I think we're gonna start at 10. I just thought I'd give the girls a little chance to come in. No, this is Palo Santo. We're saging, because we're gonna need it. What's up? I'm not gonna start talking till 10, so everybody can chill out. We're just chilling. Let the girls have time to share the live. What do they say? Share the live, share the live, share the live. So I'm like, let everybody get in here, get seated. 'Cause, honey, the girls have lost the plot. So I'm not gonna talk till 10 o'clock. Everybody got time to share the live, share the live, share the live. It's wild times, honey. Wild times. It's funny because when Cordy went live, he looked so nice. And I was just like, let me wear something nice. So I was just like, bitch, I wear my favorite $30,000 Balmain jacket that we got from Justin Bieber. But yeah, that way the girls can come in here before we start. Hi, Dal. It's crazy. But yeah, we got like 7 minutes. We got like 6 more minutes for everybody to come in and chill. Get themselves situated. Quana, you carried the other night. Kelly, I'm kid. You all the way in Paris. Oh, you bitches are up late. It's giving share the live, share the live. I want bitches to just get nice and cozy. Oh, Simone, it's the least I could do. And don't give us no half-ass performance. Yo, I'm kidding. Yeah, bitches lost the plot. I'm gagging. It's funny because when Cordy was telling everybody his stuff, he said I was the Beyonce of Allure. And I was just like, no, I'm more like the Michael. So that's why I wore the Beaumont. I thought it made more sense. Cashmere can do the Beyonce part Sunday on Crazy Sexy Cool. But yeah, we got like 4 minutes. Happy holidays, y'all. Let me grab my Sour Patch Kids and wine, honey. What the fuck you do, child? Kept it a buck. Destiny's Child put out Beyonce. Right! But I didn't get put out, though. They got the you know. Hi, baby cakes. Happy holidays. I actually didn't cook. I went over to Barrell's house and we had a good old time in the kitchen. Me, him, and his mother, Kian. It was so fun. But yeah, share the love, share this love, share this love, share this love, share this love. Kim, I don't know how to put my Cash App at the bottom. I was like, I need to put my Cash App on there. But you know, the girls got Apple Pay. You can hit me on the back. When they ever do, you can hit me on the back end. I can't, like, honestly, though, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I can't even believe that, like, I'm about to have this conversation. So, it's crazy. We're not doing nothing. We're starting at 10. But, yes, Cordy wore, like, his, oh, it's freezing. No, I don't want, what is that little thing on my face? Oh. But, yeah, it was just like... He was like the Beyonce of Allure. I was like, I'm more Michael. You know? Like I'm more. Oh! Let's sage this place, bitch. The fuck you talking about? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's a star party, honey. You know exactly what this is. Hi, Deb. Hi, baby cakes. Share this motherfucking lie. Share this lie. Mikhail, they've been saying, oh, everybody in here. Now almost cracking 200. And we ain't been on here for like 5 minutes. Don't be speechless. Well, well, well. Trent. Tati. I love you, sis. I love you, love you, love you. Tab. Every nigga is a star. I know, I had a good time in Canada, too. I love y'all in Canada. Global. Tell your stories. Kitty, you was there. Kitty, you was there. All right, it's 10 o'clock. Happy holidays, y'all. Happy Black Friday. All of that other kind of stuff. And pretty much this is... I will start off by saying I never thought that I would be making a video like this. I've been emotional for a while about... the house, the people, Cam, a lot of the things that have been happening, things that have been going on. We're not waiting for the girls to come in. We can give it a few more minutes. So I'm still like, you know, woof. Exactly, Alex, you know. I'm not the Beyonce of the house. I'm the Michael. So we wore some Balmain, little 30,000 Balmain. We got, thanks to Justin Bieber. It felt appropriate for the party. Hair's a mess, but that's because we're doing a little something on Sunday. She's starting promptly. Yeah, because, like, a lot of people are like, you know, happy holidays, Misha. I love you. But, yeah, share this. Get this out, because this is going to be a lot. This is what I'm talking about. This is going to be a lot. But yeah, like I said, like, I've been emotional about this for like over a week. Because I just really realized that, like, wow, you've got to a place where there is no path forward. First of all, also, let me say a thank you to Harold, Tony Revlon, Derek, Glenn, Michelet, so many people that I literally called about just what was going on and what was just happening inside the house. And the funny thing was, they all literally had the same thing to say. They said, Ricky, you're the last one. And it is really true. I am the last of that era of Milan, mind you, Allure. And it's really interesting, the turn of events that has happened in our house when it comes down to the members, the unity, the morale of the house, all of these things. And I carried this house on my back for almost 15 years. And I say that humbly and proudly. This is going to be real for me because I am going to really fucking get emotional because I am heartbroken by the fact that, I've gotten here and just what this all means in, a bigger sense. This is a cultural shift for me and just the way people move. But, yeah, just the morale of the house, the members, so much has just happened. And the interesting thing is that it's all happened in just the smallest part, the smallest time frame. However, the events that have happened in the smallest time frame would not have happened if there was not something built in this. Don't cry, please, stop. That was already manifesting. And I think that that's what I really need to talk about today and what I'm going to talk about tonight with y'all. In an idea of sharing my story, my time here, and what it's really meant to be Ricky Allure on every level and how that impacted the house, all of that kind of stuff, but where it came from. Before I do that, I really want everybody to know that Cordy didn't lie about a motherfucking thing. Let's start there. So, going forward, any messages that anybody wants to send Cordy about anything that he said on that live, you can bring them to me. Because Cordy didn't lie about a fucking thing. Now, Cordy shared his personal feelings about people and everything that was happening. But of the events, Cordy did not lie about anything. With that being said, I've been in the House of Allure for 22 years. Let that sit. 22 years I've been in this house. I am synonymous with this house. When people think of this house, they literally think of Ricky. I was survived by the Kiki scene because I was visible to a generation of people who knew nothing about the House of Allure or the people that preceded me. I carried the name of Allure for a very, very, very long time, singly. The first ball I ever walked as an Allure was the Rags to Riches ball. And like everybody that I brought to the house, we're going to talk about that later, I won a grand prize on my debut. one house for 22 years. Half of you bitches have hyphens in your ballroom career and haven't done an inch of what I've done for this house. Let that sink in. You girls come from here to there and landed here. I'm the reason that you had a place to land with the hyphens in your name. Ballroom careers like mine are not heard of any longer. A legacy of loyalty. I always stood for the fucking program. So keep that in mind when bitches want to tell stories about who I am and my character in this house. Especially the ones that just got here. I kept the lights on so you bitches could run around and knock shit over. Let's start there. I'm hot. It's so crazy because like when I do lives, like break because I'm like in it. But when I do lives, it's always cooking and energy. But bitch, I am so riled up. Ooh. Allure became a name for a lot of people. A lot of you came here to rebrand yourselves, to wash off those other houses. 2 and 3 hyphens in your name, and you're kittens in the scene. Some of you are barely scratching legend. I am Ricky Allure. It is one name of a 22-year legacy. Now, moving forward, ever since I was in this house, I was literally protected, covered, and supported by my area of this house. No one saw me coming to this house. No one saw it. I was a Milan, and I literally was doing what I needed to do. When it came time to leave Milan because the people that brought me to Milan left, I then was recruited by Glenn, Enrique, Keontae, all of them in Allure. The first ball that I ever went to with all of them was in Philadelphia, John Caron's ball, with Miss J came out to the beautiful people and all of that. While inside the hotel room, they're all getting together, and there was this huge chart about, does Ricky know? Because I literally told them, I'll know when it's time for me to join if I decide to join. In that time, in that hotel room, I literally was like, I don't know, is this the right? Like, I'm around the House of Allure back then. That Allure. We all go to the ball, and I'm with the entire house, and they all walked. I was the only one that returned back to that hotel room with a trophy. The entire house went to that ball and walked. I returned to the hotel room with a trophy. They asked me several times, what are you going to do? Glenn and Enrique, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I told them, I'm not coming to your house if y'all keep the Vogue Femme Setter there, because I beat them that night. After they threw me shade. That's another story, because there's a book coming. But we'll talk about that there. I told Glenn and them, I'm not coming to the house unless I'm the only Vogue Femme. They told me, Glenn told me, girl, you know, now you're feeling it. Don't you? Well, this is where we are. This is what we're doing. Listen, you're not going to feel it on me and lose. No. It took 1 week. And Glenn and Enrique called me and said, Ricky, what are you going to do? I said, I'm not coming. If those other girls, they said, those girls were asked to leave. What are you going to do? I said, well, give me a couple more days, Vince, because it took y'all too long. But I joined. And that's where Ricky Allure started. I literally catapulted into stardom from the first Rags to Riches ball, from the underdog girl and all of this shit. Like, nobody saw it coming. Glenn and all of them poured into me aimlessly. If there was a ball anywhere, Glenn and them got me there because they knew I would produce and they knew I would win. And I did. Time after time after time after time after time after time after time again. Who are you girls talking to? Please, time after time after time again. To the point when it had to come where someone else had to come. Enter J-Lo. Enter Malachi. Enter all of these girls. I built a squad around Allure. These girls all went through hell in our house. Malachi, Berlin, all of them. Because of the fact that inside of our house was just this underlining conversation, action, etc., that I did not belong. You have to understand that we are talking about 22 years ago, when girls like me, who lived in their truth of being feminine butch queens, girls that were naturally cunt. The Vogue tells that story itself. But girls that were naturally cunt. We were not supported. We were not looked up to. And it was no different in this house. Respectfully. The issue is, I was protected by a group of girls that stood for something, that had morale. Enrique, Glenn, Keontae, and others at that time. These were my girls. I only needed deal with Glenn, Enrique, and all of them. But see, they were a part of something bigger. They were sitting at the top amongst the executives of the house, the founders. That was their level. I was not in those conversations, but I knew how I was being treated. And I never forget how I was treated. And I never forget how Glenn would come to bat for me over and over again because you bitches didn't think that I belonged here. Al, the founder of this house, I will literally sit here and say, has never supported me being here. And that breaks my heart to say, but it is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. And I've never even said it out loud, but I felt it since I've known it. Because of that, Al Soli did not have the ability to do what he just wanted to do in that house. Because of people like Glenn. Because of people like Enrique. Because of people like Keontae. Because at the time, Miss Arnold, Sebastian, we had a collective of people who did not let one man dictate what was going on in this place. Because if that was the case, Allure wouldn't have survived then, even though people left it twice. And when I get done, 3 times. Because a lot of bitches won't have jobs. Because of them holding account, I survived and was able to keep going and pushing in this house. Because all I ever needed to do was fuck that floor up. And I had the support of bitches who understood the program. To this day, I always built Allure knowing that if a bitch can work, she can get with the program. It was never about the nonsense that goes on in here now. All of those years of coming up, my girlfriends were Malachi, Arturo, the Vogue Femmes. We were a unit and we changed culture. I was a part of changing culture. And because of that, I had girlfriends that were loyal to me, a collective of bitches that rocked for the program because all we did was showed up and went to fucking work. And we put in heat, bitch. There are girls right now that watch fucking clips with our DNA in it. You bitches could never. When all of those years came, everyone left this house. Everyone. Every girl that kept the lights on in this bitch left. The floor walkers, the presence of Allure left. London left. Michelle left. Derek left. Keontae left. They all left. And I stayed. I'm so mad. I'm not gonna cry. I stayed here and I kept working. I kept motherfucking working. And it got to the point when there were only 3 people involved. Al, little Eric, and Glenn. And they told Al that if he wanted this house to survive, he needed to make me the New York City mother of this house to keep it going. And that man fought them adamantly to the point that he even refused to open it back up if that was going to be the case. And once again, that rally of girls stood right behind me and literally told Al that if you don't do this, Al, I'm out. And when Glenn says that, Al absolutely understood what the fuck it meant because Glenn was the one who kept these lights on. Al, you didn't even come to the first fucking house ball that we had. And then when we had Dee Dee come out as our new mother, you literally sabotaged her relationship here by pulling some bullshit about Cheyenne. Glenn told Al that if he did not do this, it was not going to work and Allure would crumble. And Al knew it. And literally, with the emptiest heart, they made me the New York City mother of this house. And from that moment forward, I changed Allure. Every bitch that's in this house walking right now, I put in this house. Like, I did it. The European chapter of this house, I did it. You bitches have been in this house since its conception and haven't put in one motherfucking member. I did it. I did it. You couldn't even do it. I did it. So let me fast forward, y'all, to how we got to where we are now. So I'm the New York City mother of this house. Honestly, to me, mother was never a title. It's really just what I do. I have so many kids in other houses, so many kids that are watching this right now, people that are mentors to me, people that can call me, people that I share myself with. That's why I'm as relevant as I am today, because I did to the kittens what the girls didn't do for us. I made them seen. It was nothing for me to literally hug a kitten and say, hi, baby, what's up? And when they would fan out or speak, I never forgot what that meant, because I remember the first time I met Sanaya. Whew. And then I remember the next time I saw her, she didn't know who the fuck I was. I remember the first time Ashley spoke to me. I remember the first time Tony Revlon gave me the Statement of the Year award when I felt like I was just showing up to work. And I swore that I was never going to let those kittens feel like that. And because of them, I am the bitch that I am today. Because I stand on my shit. Oof, but let me keep on track. So I'm the mother of this house. Because Al was so disgusted that a feminine butch queen would be a mother of his house, he appointed Nick to be the New York City father to literally just balance off of me. Nick is not my equal. Nick is barely a statement in this house, in this scene. Another person who had a rebrand. I've been Ricky, Allure, Butch Queen, Vogue Femme since the engine started, bitch. You girls have had to figure out your brands. We sat on the phone figuring out how we were going to come up with what we were going to do with Nick. So the way that you walk now, Nick, you ought to be ashamed. But it literally roots back into what we're talking about, because this is why y'all felt like you could act the way that you do. Because of Al and because of Eric and how they treat me. You want that man's house, honey, not me. I'm a star, a global one at that. I just worked here and always stuck to the motherfucking program. So I'm the mother. We're running around New York City. I'm getting pulled out to do things over here globally and all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to these countries and these places, and people have no idea that anyone else even is in this house. And I'm like, this is just insane. I can't be the only one. So I did what anybody else would do. I grabbed who I felt like was my sidekick, Little Mama. Bitch, you're the one that hurt me the most through this, but we'll get to that. I grabbed Little Mama up and I started recruiting. I started finding bitches. I started finding girls that I could keep the engine running. And she was there for all of it. Whenever I even thought of a girl, I ran it past that bitch. Every girl that I thought about bringing, they had to meet me or meet Little Mama. If Little Mama knew, she brought them to me. I recruited and sourced people to come to this house to keep it alive. You bitches have not brought one person in all the years that you've been here. Not one. Not one. But you dare sit and act the fucking way that y'all do. I start bringing people to this house. I'm recruiting. I have kids now. I have sons. They're coming out. They're walking. They're competing. The energy is coming back. And what I'm so thankful for right now is that I kept my head down the whole time I was doing it, because I'm a girl that plays checkers. I play chess. Slip up. I'm a girl that plays chess. I'm very strategic with everything. So I don't share what's going on. That's why the bitches that were close to me that knew the program, drop that Cash App. I don't know how to do that. Just let me brag. I was the girl who knew how to do that. I bring the room together. I kept everything together. I found kids that meant the world to me. I had kids to pour back into. And I had nothing else to do in ballroom. I've won everything. I've gotten every award. People refer to me as the epitome. Like, you bitches are barely scratching legend. I had nothing else to do. So these kids just gave me back a heartbeat to just like, wow, here I am, like keeping this going, keeping these things moving, all of that. And like I said, I've been here for 22 years. So let me tell y'all and speed this up as to how we got here. I'm the mother. We're running through. I'm adding kids. I don't know, maybe time frame 5 or 6, maybe 5 years, 4 years, maybe 3 or 4 years. I don't know. Who cares? Chest dummy. I know. Sorry, Shady. I'm emotional. I don't know, maybe a couple years or whatever, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to take you back to just 1 year ago. All of this has cultivated, y'all, in 1 motherfucking American year. Speak about American, Ms. Andre, if you're watching this, you owe me 5,000 American dollars, bitch. I haven't forgotten. I've talked to Tony about it too. We literally got to this point in 1 year. And I'll tell you how it started. Last November, I was doing the costumes at the American Ballet. And we're doing the shows, and it's amazing. It's the fall, and things are going on, XYZ. I would always meet up with little mama and the kids, and we would always go down to like Claw Daddies and things of that nature. Like I said, tight. This bitch was always by my side. Little mama's always right there. We would go down to Claw Daddies, Mr. Biggs, whatever it was. So we're at Claw Daddies, chilling. Bob Trey, my little daughter, she goes, oh, Eric's gonna meet us. I'm like, girl, why would you invite her? Everyone knows I don't like that lady, and it feels good to be able to say it now, and we'll talk about that. But you'll understand why, because most of y'all don't like her. So we're at Claw Daddies. Me, little mama, Bob Trey. So Eric comes in. Hey, Eric, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, you look nice. Eric goes, oh, what's going on? What are y'all doing? We're nothing, chilling. Blah, 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 blah. He goes, oh, I thought y'all was talking about the new mother. Huh? What? Bob Trey's looking crazy. I'm looking at Eric like, what? Little mama saw a ghost, apparently, at motherfucking Claw Daddies. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Eric goes, Asia coming as the new New York City mother. I'm the sitting New York City mother of the house. I said, what? I don't know nothing about that. I looked at little mama. Al said that he was trying to call you. Excuse me, bitch? Miss Eric did her little ones. She got her little, she's like, you didn't know, they said that you knew, and la, 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 all this stuff and stuff. What? I'm sitting there, lost. Eric, all of a sudden, she leaves or whatever like that. I read the fuck out of little mama. I've never argued with that bitch the day that I did that motherfucking day. I felt so betrayed. Little mama knew the entire fucking time that Al was trying to bring Asia to this motherfucking house to take my position. Let that sink in. And like I said before, for anyone who thinks that Cordy was lying about anything, come see me, bitch. The overall father of this house, to his most loyal motherfucking member, tried to bring somebody in this house to take my position as the sitting motherfucking mother of this house. Little Eric knew. Nick knew. Little mama knew. And Al did it. Let that sit in when you bitches want to know how we got here. And how that must have felt to me. Everyone left this house. I stayed, bitch, and kept this motherfucking name and put it back in lights. And you do that to me. But it doesn't stop there. I was so hurt by little mama because I'm like, you knew this entire time and you didn't say anything to me. Nick ain't nobody in New York fucking City when it comes to ballroom. You literally knew this and didn't say anything to me. Nick, I have always protected you through everything. You have no fucking idea what you're doing in this house, and it shows to everyone. But I'd be damned if I'm gonna argue to bitches what a light-skinned nigga with a beard can do. I protected you, always, and this is what the fuck you do because this is who y'all are. Imagine that, and I still stayed. Like, I still stayed. Fast forward, me and my little mama are barely speaking. I am gagging. And the reason why I'm gagging more is because with little mama, earlier that year, I went to Asia about recruiting her for the fucking house. Like, what are you bitches? You lost the plot. And when we tried to recruit her, she literally was like, you know, I'm not really this, I'm not really that. I don't know what Al was selling you, babe. So, fast forward. I now know what was going on. And like any bitch, slammed the motherfucking brakes. Little mama hits me up one motherfucking day and says, hey, Ricky, B-Man is here from DC. We were just gonna go out and drinks and, you know, maybe whatever. Like, let's link up. I'm like, Okay, cool. Because in my mind, B-Man really just don't have nothing to this. B-Man is no one to me. A cool nigga that I thought was cool. That I would run into. B-Man would show up to our house tables that were full of friends and family. No walkers. So, cool. We're going out for drinks with B-Man. It was by the theater when I got off work from the thing. And I was like, you know what? Cool. Because me and Little Mama have now talked. I've already read the dog shit out of her. And now I'm into it with Al, going back and forth. Al is sitting there just lying. I go to meet Little Mama and B-Man for drinks, and I walk into an entire motherfucking house meeting that I knew nothing about. Little Eric is there, B-Man is there, Nick is there, Asia's there. I'm sitting there with a drink like, you motherfucker. But I'm a smart bitch. So I'm sitting there, Nick passing out the paper. Everybody's uncomfortable because Nick knows that I know, and he knows that I've read him too for his part, but they all wanted to blame Al. It's funny how the table, bitch, Monica said, it's funny how the tables turn. I walk in, Nick is passing out this paper with this new motherfucking guideline and whole motherfucking new direction for the House of Allure. And I'm sitting at this motherfucking meeting now seeing my new board members that I knew nothing about. Ah! Are you bitches kidding me? I literally sit down and I'm quiet and I'm reading this paper like, these bitches are insane. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. I'm reading the thing and Nick is just in, and we want to, like the House of Allure going forward, and, we're going to be implementing dues. I'm like, this motherfucker. I'm like, go ahead, Nick. Get your little meeting house thing. Because here I come. Everybody's saying their piece. I'm just watching. Then Nick goes, yeah, I mean, you've been quiet. I said, I am no longer a part of this motherfucking house. You bitches have lost your motherfucking mind. Then I look over, I said, Asia, are you in this house? She goes, yes. Asia's now the overall mother. Catch that. You were coming to replace me. But sis found out, rewritten the contract. Now she's the overall mother coming to the house. And I literally say, Asia, can I ask you something? Is it true that you said you wanted to come to this house because you didn't like the work that I was doing as a New York City mother? And Asia said, no, I would never say that. And I knew Asia wasn't lying. Al said that. And that's how he got Nick and Little Mama on his side. And that's why to this day, I couldn't understand sitting there knowing that this man lies and somehow losing the plot. I am crazy. I'm like, and then I say, Asia, is it true? She goes, no. Like, why would I do that? And I know Asia didn't do it. And I looked at Little Mama, I said, tell your friend where you got that. Well, Al had said like, la, la, la. Nick, tell her your part. They all literally sit there and they're all gagging. I went through the whole room and literally told them, I want nothing to do with this. You bitches have lost your fucking mind. You're corrupt. But if this community is corrupt, delusional, like you bitches are crazy. I left the house and bitch went on a plane to Brazil for the next day. And I was gone for a fucking month. I didn't take calls. I didn't talk to any. I talked to who I needed to talk to. And I left. And I was in Brazil in my apartment, paid with box braids and a motherfucking slipper, bitch. The entire time I was on that trip, I could not believe what motherfucking happened that day on that rooftop. I couldn't believe that little mama get alive again. We're meeting B-Man for drinks. No, bitch, you're having a house meeting. How do y'all have a house meeting and don't include me? How do you start a board of executives in this house and not include me? Bitch, are you kidding me? You bitches lost the plot. And I still stayed. I'm hot at this point. And I still stayed. Because everything that was still here came through me. I put these bitches here. So now, we have the St. Laurent ball. And Miss Arnold and them did some real fuck shit with that. But this isn't a live about them. I wouldn't give them the grace. But I will say that I wrote the category for the St. Laurent Ball Vogue Femme because my father, Enrique, asked me to. Unfortunately, Enrique left us before the ball. I love you, Enrique. Oof, I love you. I'm not about to. When that happened, they did some foul fuck shit and removed me from the panel. And we just allowed it to be. So I got to the ball late when I did. That's a whole nother story. So, we're at the ball. Asia's coming out as the new overall mother. All of my kids debut to a grand prize. Exactly. All of a sudden, Asia comes out. So now we have a new overall mother, but Al's still the father. Asia's not Al's equal. And you can see as all of this plays out that they're not each other's equal. It's unfortunate that literally Al is playing all of you bitches. Anyway, now we have the debut is done. Everybody knows that Asia's the overall mother. I'm still the New York City mother. Nick is the father. We have the new blood. We have the kids. La, 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 la. So I'm just like, whatever. I can still work here. I'm Ricky regardless. And the things that I do selflessly. So I don't really get caught up, but I really wish that I would have just understood my value a little bit more sternly back then. Just because it's like, it could have been prevented. Anyway, we get down to the latex ball of last year. And one of my kids, Shakur, is walking the latex ball. Not only is Shakur walking the latex ball, it called for a team category. I found Shakur's teammate. I got Shakur ready. I got his teammate ready. I got them all together. I got Legend together for one way. I connected all of that. I got all of this happening. Blah, 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 blah. Shakur walks the ball. Mind you, Shakur walked pretty boy for this house. And upon his entering into the house and his things, Shakur made his statement as an allure very early. One of Shakur's first battles, first big moments, was sitting Shady Prada for realness. And everybody knows Shady is the Mount Everest of realness in our scene. So Shakur sitting him set an intent for what he was here to do and create. And he also got Shady. You bitch. So, Shakur walks the latex ball with his partner, literally loses by a tiebreaker. Cool. No big deal. My son Cordy walks, the boy Coy walks. Coy winds up winning the latex ball walking with James. Thanks, James. Cordy loses to a tiebreaker also. We're not fazed by that. We're in the field. You know, only winners lose. Losers do it all the time. Get that on a shirt. So nobody's worried about it. We're like, fab. Cool night. The girls thing. Legend debuts. Grand prize. Another one of my recruits. Grand prize debut. The girls are out. I'm on the panel sitting. No big deal. Shakur tells me the next day, he sends me a text in the mail. Text on my phone. I'm over Simone's house with Lloyd and all of us. We're kikiing, having drinks. Simone lives close to me. Shakur gets put out the house. What? Shakur's my child. All of a sudden, Nick sends Shakur this ordeal about how he doesn't fit the Allure name and all of this stuff, and Asia gets involved about when they were linking up and all of this disrespect. Like, these girls are just so respectful. Like, so respectful. No bitch demands more respect than disrespectful bitches. I swear to God, the most disrespectful bitch demands the most respect. I just do not understand. I'm not talking about Asia in general. I'm just saying girls in general. People always talk about so much respect, but it's like, y'all are doing the most disrespectful shit. Anyway, all of this is happening, and we're just like, wait, Shakur, like, what the fuck are we talking about? So everybody is getting, I'm hot. I send a message to the entire board that I'm still not on, mind you. I'm not on the board. New York City mother, the biggest name in the motherfucking house. But I'm not on the board. It gets mooky. And it's spooky. But I'm on fire because what the fuck are y'all talking about? How does Shakur get put out the house? And, oh, Shakur doesn't show up. He's not Allure material. He's not this. He's not that. And I'm like, huh? Like, where's all of this coming from? Like, it's just making no sense. And what I also will say about Cordy is the entire time Cordy's been in this house, it's so funny how everybody feels about him now, because Cordy was the one that kept everybody aligned. Cordy demanded accountability. Hey, y'all said we having a meeting. What's up? Everybody's free. Hey, y'all said this. Hey, y'all said that. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Or what would he say? Wooty, 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 woo. He was the only one. Cordy was the energy keeping all of this shit together. And all of you bitches live for him. You bitches was wrapped around Cordy. Because let me pump that. I met Cordy at the Garçon Ball in D.C. The first thing I went up to, I said, bitch, who the fuck are you? Running around here busy, like, getting all this life. Like, who the fuck are you? He's like, Cordy, la, 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 la. And I'm like, what? Like, you know, what's going on? I said, bitch, you're going to be a little. I just live for all of it. The audacity, the confidence, rough around the edges. But I can polish that. That's what I do. I make stars. I talked to Cordy for over a year about coming to this house. And when it came time for me to recruit and confirm Cordy coming to the house, he flaked. He was not ready. You don't waste a year of my time. And we stopped talking. Because I was like, bitch, offers off the table. Shh, next. What's up? You're not going to play with me. And he learned that day. The funny thing is that when I took the offer off the table, I had already introduced Cordy to the house. They put Cordy in the house thinking that they were actually spiting me. That's my son. Checkmate. Ah! Like, what? They literally put him in the house thinking that they were spiting me. And then when Cordy came over and told me, yeah, I'm in the house now, I said, oh, The girls went around my back to try to do that. That's what kind of messy shit that they do. Anyway, we're back to Shakur. So Shakur gets put out the house. So we're all on no, it's immediate now. We need to talk, because what the fuck are y'all talking about? How does he get literally put out of the house after just walking the ball, and y'all are talking about he's not showing up, he's not walking what? We're on the phone, can't no bitch on this board. Mind you, just to even share how retarded this place has become, we have a board of 6 people because I wasn't appointed to the board. 6 people, an even fucking number, and then 4 of them get together. Nick stirs this little pot on Shakur, and then 4 of them get together and vote while 2 people don't even know what the fuck is going on. How? So anyway, we're all on the phone with the board, and nobody can give us a reason why Shakur is put out of this house. We can't figure it out. We don't know what's going on. La 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 la. So we're all arguing, and then I tell them, this is not, well, if y'all are going to be running around just putting people out of houses for no reason, then it is about time that I join this board. Little Eric says, oh, well, we would have to vote for you to get on the board because that's how we're doing it now. Who? You bitches weren't even voted for. You were appointed by Al. Lapdogs. I'm the one person in this house that has been here long enough to speak truth to power. So why do you think that I'm not on this motherfucking board? So they literally go on the phone while I'm on them, and then they keep telling me, oh, we're going to have this conversation and we'll let you know. No, bitch, we're doing it now. Who are y'all playing with? Bitch, do you know they voted to not put me on the board? I said, oh, these girls have lost their motherfucking mind. So they vote against me to be on the board. Yes, yes, vote. A vote. They vote and vote against me. Asian little mama, the only 2 that voted for me to be on the board. B-Man, Al, Nick, little Eric. Oh no. Oh, she's like, Nick even told me, oh, well, you know, you're good for your category, but not everybody's a leader. A leader? Did y'all miss that part in Courtney's live where you talking about Nick just fucking on kids in the house? Leader? Who are you talking to? Malachi, are you in here? Do you want to talk about the night that we had to make Nick leave the fucking party because you got caught in the bathroom for 30 fucking minutes with a kitten? Leader? Who are you talking to, young man? Are you kidding me? Let's talk about protection. From the moment that they literally voted against me, I said, y'all can keep it. I said, I am no longer the mother of this house. Y'all can have it. This has gotten too motherfucking far. Plot twist. And I still stayed. And I still stayed. And I still stayed. Now, we have a meeting. I get all the girls together in New York City. Because everybody pulls up when Ricky would say pull up. I was the glue connecting everyone in this house. I was the one recruiting everyone to this house. We're at the motherfucking downtown at the pier. I get everybody together. I wanted Legend to meet everyone. I wanted Cam to meet everyone. I wanted, I forgot who else it was. So I tried all of the kids come around. We come on, Nick goes into this braggadocious, feeling it to one of the members talking about something. So when are you walking? The boy tells him literally, I'm working with Ricky. We'll know, oh, well, I'm the father of this house. I'm like, huh? I run New York City. Sit down. What are you talking about? This escalates to the point when this nigga tells me, I will punch you in your fucking face. It got so disgusting, Nick's attitude and giving this boy this whole shit. Gia was there. It escalated to the point that we had to separate them. Do y'all know that Nick went back to the board and told them that I was the cause of all of it? Not to mention, after embarrassing yourself like that, you come back and try to fucking play with the boy's dick under the table. Like, that's the kind of mook you are. Just embarrassing. And fuck embarrassing. But you go back and you tell the board all this stuff, so they're on the phone with me. Here comes little Eric again. Al, oh, well, Ricky, you did this and you did that and you did this. And I'm like, huh? I didn't do a fucking, like, who taught y'all that? Al literally said, Nick told us everything that happened. I'm like, Nick, you said that? And then I'm sitting there like, little mama, you were there. Here she goes, yeah, Nick, that's not what happened. How were you so silent when this nigga was lying? Then on the meeting that we're all talking about it, Gia's trying to get on the meeting. Nick is keeping her off the meeting because they knew Gia was there. And you didn't even let her on the motherfucking meeting. And Gia's in here and she'll tell you if I'm lying. But you want to tell me I'm not a leader. And I still stayed. So now we have Shakur gone. Few weeks later, all of a sudden, I get another phone call from the board. They want to know, hey, what's going on with Rob Trey? Have you talked to him? Rob Trey's fine. Why? What's going on? Y'all don't call anybody. You don't text anybody. You don't check up on anybody. I'm the only one. All of a sudden, Rob Trey gets a letter. Now, all of a sudden, Rob Trey don't fit Allure either. A trophy winner. Mind you, a debut trophy winner. Now, he doesn't fit the Allure brand and all of this kind of stuff. So at this point, I'm a little lost on what this Allure brand is. Because all of my kids, all of the trophy winning kids, aren't for some reason living up to this Allure standard that this board of 6 just literally thinks Allure is. So I'm lost. Then Rob Trey's supposed to send a letter to the board to tell them why he wants to be a part. When does coming around weird-ass girls become a requisite for somebody to be in this house? These are my kids. They have somebody to look up to. They have somebody to go through. If y'all want that, just say that. But don't try to fake the energy and don't try to think. These are adults, y'all. Adults. So Rob Trey now gets kicked out of the house. Let me also remind you, to this day, these bitches been here, not one member. But y'all have this standard about what these kids are. My kids. But y'all, no members. It's crazy. Now, we fast forward to Cordy now being put out of this house. And when Cordy sent us that letter, I said, okay, this has gone too far. This has gone too far. Back in the summer, after the latex ball, the boy Corey, another boy that I put in the house. That's what's so crazy about this story. I put this boy in the house, and Corey's coming around with Lincoln. I shared them on my IG, and everybody's like, you don't know Corey, you don't know Corey. I'm like, no, you just some fire nigga at OTA, bitch. I'm losing it. I'm like, who is this? Blah, 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 blah. Little mama's like, that's my son, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, well, word. Like, bitch, like, why you ain't talking about bringing him to the house? Anyway, I'm like, bitch, we need him here. Like, bring him to the house, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we bring Corey around. He's down with it. He's like, yeah, I want to get back in. Another person I didn't know was having a rebrand because I didn't know Corey was intertwined in the scene the way that he is. I didn't know who he was. Anyway, we're at a Pride event in motherfucking New York City. They had something at the park on 125th. So we're running around. So the Allures have a cookout the next day. We're all going out to Little Mama's cousin's house to have a cookout. I run into Corey. And I'm like, hey, what's up, Corey? Like, what's going on? He's like, what's up, Bookie Bot? Like, mind you, be a Corey are mad cool. Again, I put him here. I was like, so what's up? Like, such and such. And he goes, I asked him, are you coming to the cookout tomorrow? He's, yeah, no, like, I'm not coming out. Like, la, 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 la. Wow, what's wrong? Yeah, little Eric is a predator. I don't like being around him, all this other kind of stuff. And I'm gagging like, what? But not. Because this is not the first time we've gone down this road in this house with little Eric. A person with no category, no floor presence, but for some reason seems to capitulate and stir the most shit. A disgusting girl. So I'm kind of gagging, but I'm also not, because we were at breakfast one time and we saw little Eric with the googly eyes and the little shit and the flirt and all that other kind of stuff. These are adults. Who cares? But now you've opened up this. You're saying that he's making you like, you call this man a predator. So I'm gagging. So I'll talk to Corey. I'm holding on to his shoulders. Like, listening to him like, Corey, I don't want you to ever feel like that. Like, this is unnecessary. Actually, la, 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 la. But I literally told him, I said, listen, I can't care about this more than you do. If you feel like you want to say something, X, Y, Z, blah, 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 I have your back. But that's it. It is not my story to tell. So I run into Justin, other people, blah, 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 blah. When I'm leaving the park, I still can't believe. Also, just to backtrack, Corey agrees to come to the cookout. So I'm like, okay, work. You know, we're back into a little cool space, but I'm still gagging. I'm on the phone with Baby. Baby is probably the only other person in this house that has been here as long as I have, outside of little Eric and the other nobodies that fill the tables at balls. The friends and family of Allure. They're wrapped up under Al somehow. Me and Baby on the phone, I said, baby, you would not motherfucking believe what Corey just told me tonight. He's like, what? I run him down the whole spill. He's like, bitch, are you kidding me? And I said, no. And my thing is, little Eric, it's not the first time, babe. You use this house for dick. You're grown. Cool. But the issue is y'all bitches bring it back to the house. And when shit doesn't go your way, y'all get them put out. Don't we, Nick? So I'm telling Baby what Corey has just told me. That's it. After that, I'm just gagging like, wow. Baby decides to go back and tell Al. Remember Al, the one that lied on me, the one that, that voted over me, all this kind of stuff, and his board, that Al. Yeah. Baby tells Al. Now the conversation is inside the house. Baby tells me one day, and maybe a week, maybe a little week went by. Baby decides that he's going to call me with Corey on the phone. And I'm like, oh my God, like Corey really is moving forward with this. Like he really felt some type of way. Like, so I'm like, I got your back. You know what I mean? I was there. You definitely told me. I will definitely stand down. Like, we get on the motherfucking phone and Baby is telling Corey that he shared everything with Al about what I told Baby that Corey told me. Corey literally jump ship. That's none of y'all's business. Y'all don't need to say. And then tells baby that I was lying. Huh? Corey, why would I lie on you like that? It's just insane. So we're sitting on the phone and I can't believe it. But I'm hot. I'm like, bitch, you said XYZ. Everything that you told me was exactly verbatim what I told baby. Baby decided to go to the motherfucking thing. Baby decided to go to Al. La la la. He gets hot. Keep his name out of our mouths. We need to mind our business. I said, bet, baby girl, I will not be mentioning your name going forward. I was disgusted. I'm like, this bitch literally gonna sit there and say I lied? But I would have did the same thing too, because if I got caught fucking little Eric, bitch, I would be embarrassed. So, little Eric texts me talking about, I heard you said, Corey said, la la. Corey went to all of them telling them that I lied. And who better to tell a lie to than a bunch of bitches that would love to believe it? Ever since November, when I caught Alan alive dealing with Asia, he has been on a campaign to make my character seem like I am this nasty, divisive person. I'm creating this or that. It is insane. I don't have the time to go through the things that these people have said and did to all of them. But let's stay on track. So little Eric is calling me saying, I heard you say, the only thing that I could keep telling that bitch was, it's really unfortunate what that boy said about you. It's really unfortunate. Then little Eric decides to say, I don't know why he would say that. Little mama knew. I go, little mama knew what? That we were fucking. Ha! And all I could tell you again was that's so unfortunate. You're saying little mama knew, like that was a flex. If that was your child, how could you you let that happen? Just wild. And in what world does somebody, because he's trying to convince me you're the issue, in what way does somebody say something like that about somebody you were amicably involved with? Little Eric sends me a text message that Corey sends him, selling Eric. Anybody that is saying that is clearly has an issue with you. They know, la 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 la. They are just mad that this and this and this. And the unfortunate part is, little Eric, the person that you are and the person that you've always been, you wanted it to be true. You wanted to think that I lied on you because of who you've always been to me. But we're not the same stink. And you knew that that boy lied on you. And he told everybody that I lied on him. And what's so disgusting is that even when you came to apologize to me, you allowed everyone else to believe it. And the only reason why nothing happened to, mind you, nothing happens. And I didn't even call for Corey to be put out of the house or nothing. I'm just like, bitch, don't lie to me. You can go over there. It's embarrassing enough. You fucking little Eric, like, girl, you off yourself. Like, who would care? And I've been, like, Allure has put out fires for 15 years and bitches haven't even smelled smoke. This was not about Corey. What it was about was an environment that Al and little Eric created where Corey knew where to go to save his name. You went to a bunch of people that would believe you. And they did. And then they all found out that you were lying. And even still, I didn't call for you to be put out this house because that's what Eric should have did. And everyone in the house, I want to say this personally to all of y'all, to everyone whose argument was, Ricky, you shouldn't have said nothing. You should have minded your business. To everyone that told Cordy and Baby and all of them that were calling for accountability, that they were my minions, that they were my lap dogs. Because y'all had every opportunity to do what was right. But you know what the fucked up part is? You couldn't have done anything to Corey if you weren't going to do anything to Eric. And that's why it worked out the way you did. No one lied about anything. I would never lie on somebody like that. Like, that is just insane. But that's how we got here. And Cordy, the one person that has always called for accountability with everyone, now there's this divide. Now there's this Ricky's side and this side. There's not two sides, baby. There's exactly what the fuck happened, and there's what y'all wanted other people to know. All of the shit that you swept under the rug, it unfortunately now has a hump in it, babe. And nobody did anything. There was no accountability for anything. And Cordy's whole thing was when he got hit, like Cameo fought Cordy, and somehow Cordy got this, oh, you're a problem maker, a little, huh? Since when? Since when was Cordy a problem maker? He was on all of y'all's side. Y'all loved Cordy. But all of a sudden now Cordy wanted to stand up for what was right, and y'all couldn't even do it because y'all had to protect little Eric. And then Corey leaves the house and then reads all of them. I'm leaving. I don't need this. Y'all are some groomers. Y'all are this, y'all are that. But then has a conversation with Al. The same person pumping quarters into everybody about how Ricky's so divisive. Ricky's this. I spent 22 years to just become this bitch because you lied on me in November? Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. This is way bigger than Corey. And Eric, you allowed it to go. The fact that you even want people to say, oh, we worked through that. What? And all of the members, everybody's calling me knowing where the right lays and where the wrong is. The divide just got bigger and bigger. Now, just like Cordy said, if you like Ricky or fuck with Ricky, you're on this side. Ironically, all of my kids get put out of the house. And since this rebrand of the St. Laurent ball, so this is where I'm so lost. All of my trophy-winning kids get put out of the house. But in the whole year that we've been open, y'all only brought in 2 and a possible member from the Kiki scene? Huh? You know why? Because I was the one recruiting. I was the one building this back up. And he dangled all of that. And then y'all got your side. Corey knew exactly who to call. And he called Al. And I could only imagine what that conversation went like. And for some reason, Corey came back. And Corey is pedestaled. Corey is a winner in this house. He is a loyal member. They even interviewed Corey to be on the board. Ah. You bitches are not serious. Huh? So they all get on a call. Apparently some meeting just happened. I'm out the chat. I just, for months now, have just been looking back and just can't even imagine, like, what's going on. Nick, just a liar. Just a lie, a habitual liar. Little mama, just, I can't believe that this would be the sword that you wanted to fall on. When the kids came into town for the Mugler ball, they're reaching out to them, talking about some, well, what is going on with this? What is going on with that? And they're like, y'all tell the kids, y'all pick y'all side. What side? There are no sides. I was always excited for people to come to the house because for some reason to me, I was always excited for fresh eyes to see the shit that I've always seen. But fresh eyes can call things for exactly what they are. So everyone can stop telling Ricky he's emotional. Ricky's hurt. Ricky needs to heal. Ricky's just motherfucking fine. Just fine. But I always thought fresh eyes would see things for what they were. But the thing is, all of the fresh eyes did see things for exactly what they were. Everyone knows who started this. The fish rots from the head. Al, this is all of your doing. Little Eric, a lapdog. This is all of your doing. Little Eric has sat on panels before when I was at the height of my career as my house member and voted over me. Telling people, oh, well, Marquise is just one of my favorite Vogers. I thought she left the house. Be serious, young lady. Is Lego in here? Lego, can I share your story? I'm on the phone one motherfucking day, and Lego is one of my closest friends. And they literally, Lego calls me, telling me that he just had a phone call. No, how did it go? Lego and me were on, I called Lego, right, after I got a voicemail from Al and Eric. Al and Eric, hey Ricky, it's Al and Eric. We wanted to reach out to you about somebody coming to the house and wanted you to give them a call and all of this stuff. And I'm like, Lego? Okay. I get on the phone with Lego. Al and little Eric call Lego about joining the House of Allure. Mind you, Lego is legendary for performance. I am the reference of performance. That is my sister. They're on the phone. I don't even know how long. And I stayed, bitch. I'm on the phone with Lego. And Lego is telling me how they were on the phone talking to him about coming to the house. Because at this point, Al, to really put this into context, when I was recruiting and bringing things into the house, when I just started becoming the face of this house, little Eric and Al have done everything to try to stop that. Hard stop. They're on the phone with Lego talking to him about coming to the house and whatever shit they're saying to him about joining and the house and all this kind of stuff. Lego literally goes, oh, well, you know, if this was to go forward and all this stuff, I would want to talk to Ricky. Little Eric tells Lego, oh, you don't have to worry about Ricky. Like, she doesn't make no shots or whatever. Like, basically telling Lego, she's nobody that you would have to worry about. Lego says, no, you don't understand. Ricky's one of my closest friends. And if I was to get an invitation to come to this house, I would want it from him. Lego, tell me if I'm motherfucking lying. And when he said that, those bitches said, oh no, Ricky, we will definitely, no, Ricky will definitely la la la. And that's where the voicemail came from. Don't play with me, bitch. And Lego's in here and can tell you if I'm lying. That's the energy that you two bitches created in this house when it comes to me. So why would somebody like Coy feel like he has to respect me, bitch, when y'all don't? Little Eric, you are embarrassing. This shit blows my motherfucking mind how you girls have always moved. But to literally come back through after little mama and Corey, baby, Cam, and all of y'all being on the phone. Corey starts asking them, what's up with y'all energy? What's up with this? And they get into an arguing match. And somehow, all of a sudden, Cordy gets a letter about being put out of this house for being disruptive and his con and the way he conducts himself. But Corey is still here? Huh? It makes absolutely no fucking sense. And I was so hurt because people don't understand the journey that I went through with Cordy to get him Allure ready. And he definitely was. And always has been. And for y'all to do the shit that y'all fucking did now, too far. For a very long time, I have literally known that I did not see a path forward with this house. When Asia got here, I wanted Asia here first. That's the gang. I wanted her here first, and I was excited to see what she was going to do and the energy that she was going to bring. But to me, I just feel like y'all didn't read y'all contracts because Al is in the way of everything that is going on in this building. Little Eric is in the way of everything that's going on in this building. B-Man, you don't even matter. I don't even know how you got incorporated. And how do you not walk one ball under this house and find yourself on an executive board? Nick, everyone knows you have no idea what you're doing. Al is not leaving you this house. I'm sorry, Stink. It just is what it is. There is no motherfucking gold at the end of this rainbow. And I love you, Nick, so much. And I protected you so much. And you literally lied and threw me under the bus. And to this day, I just have no idea why. Little Eric, I never did anything to you. Nothing. I didn't even have to deal with y'all girls. That's what people don't understand. The whole time I've literally been in this house, I had my girls that all I needed to do was go to them. I never had to deal with y'all. And that's what you can't take. You did not make me. I made me. I made me. It's absolutely ridiculous, the path that you people are going down with this shit. It's embarrassing. And every fucking time, here comes the board with this. Oh, we definitely dropped the ball on this. We definitely dropped the ball on that. We dropped the ball. You lost the game. Still on that show, getting no chips, time to dip. To even think that y'all were gonna bag a bitch like Tamaya to come back. Kitten. The same bitches that I read for her when y'all read her about being in sneakers. You thought that she was coming back here? It's clipped. And anybody that would watch this after I've shared this, that would even think of joining the House of Allure in my absence, is a fool. It is clipped. I can't believe that y'all lost the plot like that. Capitulating to this man. I literally protected everyone in this house. I never thought that I would be on here talking about leaving the House of Allure. I am heartbroken. I'm oh my God. The girls lost the plot. I really always would sit back and just think, like, what would I ever do if, like, I just was never, like, in this house? Like, it never made sense. It never made sense to me. But I had enough. I'm so mad. I am so mad. And to know, Al, you started all of this. To the one bitch that always was down for the fucking program. The one bitch. But you know, when I was literally going through with a lot of this and just realizing all that I had to really just go through and deal with, I actually did realize that I don't have to deal with it. And I can get out of your way. Because apparently, what I've been doing in this house is not the Allure way. So I go. But with me, I would like to help and share with you the resignation of those that follow. Baby Allure, no longer. Justin Allure, no longer. Christian Allure, no longer. Naomi Allure, no longer. And I had their permission to let you know that they don't need a letter from you. Because if you bitches were about the smoke that y'all claim to be, you would have sent a letter to me, bitch. Since you ran around saying that I created this, you should have sent a fucking letter to me. But now you have their letters too. I'm so upset. And to anybody else that is staying, by all means, like they told y'all, they picked their side. And now they have their side. To Glenn, I love you so much. And everything that you said was true. From the moment that started, you said, those girls being against you are going to make you bigger than they ever thought possible. And the time is now. And I thank you for always standing in my corner. And it means the world to me. And I dropped one. Fuck it. Because this shit is real. You always stood down. And you always knew the conversations that they were having with you. And telling you. And how they treated me. And you always told me, you keep doing what you're doing because they are going to make you bigger than you ever fucking could imagine. And they never saw it get in this motherfucking bed. I froze a community with my departure. Kittens are in this scene with 3 and 4 houses under their belt. And I literally had one name for 22 motherfucking years. I stopped to think about where I would go. And I realized that there is nowhere that a person like me can go I can only lean into what I do, and that's create. And I did. And I started my own new house called The Agency. And it is a collective of the one of ones of ballroom. There are a lot of people in this scene right now who are in the exact same fucking position that I'm in right now. And the fucked up part is none of us would ever have left our houses if y'all would just get with the fucking program. But you can't. There are people that I've shared the idea of the agency with already. A collective that works at the intersection of entertainment, ballroom, and activism. No mothers, no fathers. An agency. Because what you bitches can't do, I could. And I kept thinking, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? And I had to stop and remember, bitch, I'm doing it at Allure. I did it at Allure. I did all of that for the program. I never took credit for nothing. I never took credit for nothing. It was always about Allure. Always. But enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is a fuck enough. But I promise y'all, I don't regret one fucking part of it. I created a legacy, bitch. When those kittens come up to me and tell them that when they saw a faggot like me being themselves, holding it down, repping for the side that always played to this, y'all couldn't stand bitches like me, feminine. But when those little kittens come up to me and give me that motherfucking heart, the message that I get, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. I don't regret none of it. My name will always be Ricky. Always. And to the agency, those that already know that they're about to go on this journey with me, welcome aboard, agents. Because it's up from here. It is up. Allure will always have my heart. Because I've always put my heart back into it. But it's clipped. It is absolutely clipped. And as hard as it was for me not to cry, you bitches got one. So I did good. I really don't think I have more than this. So I'm going to end this right here. I love y'all. I'm outside. And Allure, I wish you the best. Because now that I'm out the way, now the scene can really see, Al, what you want to build. Because you're going to have to do it from the ground up. Y'all take care. And I love y'all for loving me.